That's what your shoes sound like on the court, you fat motherfucker.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Was the second one where you guys had like that NASCAR package?
The NASCAR package, yeah. The NASCAR package low-key existed at that point too. They just didn't like
talking about the three-headed monster?
No. That was a year after when we lost to the Titans. NASCAR package is basically when we had 4 DNs and we would just send like
they were literally just like no DT, just nothing but speed guys on the edge.
Yeah, that shit was crazy because we had 4 pass rushers. Most teams don't even have one right now.
I'm still looking for one.
Right. Shit. I'm just tight. We gotta fucking pay Leonard Williams. We should have fucking re-signed him, Gettleman. But you know what? Whatever. Now we got.
I'm surprised he's getting one more year. To be honest.
What Leonard Williams? Gettleman.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing, right?
Did we have this conversation last week?
We kind of talked on it, but now it's confirmed that
they said they're gonna give him at least one more year.
They're gonna give him one more year. All right, you know what? I think he earned another year. And
after how this one went,
because here's the thing. It's like, all right, yo, there's been improvement in the team. Yeah, it hasn't really translated into wins or playoffs or more wins, but not playoffs. But you got to give the man credit. He's had 2 pretty decent drafts, and he did his thing in free agency this year. You know what I'm saying? The team was constructed well enough to have made the playoffs, and that's obviously hindsight bias. But you know, the niggas that he signed performed.
Well, that's my thing. Is just is making the playoffs in the worst division in the NFL. Like, is that a good measure of performance?
Well, I mean, you can't,
because it's like you can say, because if you said that about any other GM, it wouldn't be the same on how the Giants did this season.
That's fair.
So that's my thing, and it's like, come back to me.
Okay, no, okay, yeah, get your train of thought. Nah, honestly, I feel like that's fair, but you know, the Giants aren't in control of the division there, and they're also not in control of who they play on their schedule. You know what I'm saying? The division is not good right now. Obviously, with the 7-9 team making the playoffs, that probably shouldn't even be there. But at the same time, it's like that 7-9 team we beat twice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, division games get weird. Yeah. I mean, my thing also with I thought it was a good transition into football.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah.
Because it is just the same.
You know how you feel about we kind of. Like we've spoken about moral victories on this podcast enough, and like kind of how we feel about it. Is this for David Gettleman? Is this a moral victory season?
You know what?
One game, not even like technically one game out of the playoffs, which is someone else's fault.
Yes, just nonsense.
Is this a moral victory season for you guys?
Yeah, I think you can argue that. I mean, definitely was improvement. Because here's the thing, right?
What were you guys last year? What was your record?
4-12. It's either 4-12 or 3-13.
You want to know what I say? The only reason I think it could be a moral victory season is because they did this without Saquon. They did this without their best player.
Literally.
That's the only thing I can be like, all right, you know what I mean? Because when you get your best player back, things are supposed to move smoothly. You already have a defensive base. The offense is supposed to move better. You know,
I kind of mentioned it at the beginning of the year. I feel like this season is really about Daniel Jones getting better and like seeing if Joe Judge is the coach. One of those questions is answered.
Yes.
One of those questions is answered. Daniel, the jury is still out on, but a lot of people is saying like,
damn, Daniel.
Yeah, a lot of people is saying like, yo, do y'all want to get another offensive coordinator? Do y'all want Jason Garrett back? I'm like, no, I don't want him back because we had the worst offense in the league in front of the Jets this season.
Apparently, he's getting head coach looks.
Which is white privilege, but you know what? Whatever.
White privilege, yeah.
But my thing is, it's like, yo, and I hate comparisons because comparisons don't necessarily always apply. But everybody's using this the third year logic, like, oh, you're gonna give them different offenses third year. Look what happened with Baker Mayfield, bro. That's probably about as good as I can get. But it could go the other way too, because you could also make the argument for Sam Darnold.
Hey man, I'll tell you what, Justin Fields might have just played his way into the Jets.
Might have.
It's kind of funny though, right? Like how 2 weeks ago it was Justin Fields. Oh, can't trust Justin Fields. Ohio State quarterback.
You said this last week.
I know. I know. But I'm just I'm calling it to attention. It's not just me. There's a bunch of other people too. A bunch of people in the Jets brass Jets riders, Jets fans.
But playoffs do that. It's
But
like March Madness type shit.
One game can change everything. But
Mm-hmm.
it's weird how one good game changes so much for Fields, but a game doesn't change anything for Lawrence because Fields outplayed Lawrence immensely in that game. And yes, Trevor Lawrence didn't have his offensive coordinator, which also leads me to think Dabo really isn't that good of a head coach. Because in the games he's lost where he hasn't had his what do you call it, offensive coordinator or defense coordinator,
Doc Rivers to the shit.
they folded. So he might just be a good motivational speaker,
Doc Rivers to the shit.
basically.
Oh my god.
You know, he's just Joel Osteen with a football degree, but but you know,
Football degree.
a football degree, yes.
Joel Osteen is crazy.
He's Joel Osteen with a whistle.
Oh, that's it. That's the title of the podcast.
But no, like it's just kind of weird how like the narrative. All right, yes,
Yeah, I also think I was thinking the same thing, just in the fact that like Trevor Lawrence now 2 years in a row without a championship.
and Trevor Lawrence 2 years in a row out here getting outplayed. Right, got outplayed by Joe Burrow, who was the Heisman. All right, Joe Burrow had a great year,
Joe.
right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Joe the truth.
I'm
Joe
about-
the truth.
And if you really want to think about it, the game that they beat Clemson in, I mean not Clemson, Ohio State in, right? I don't think Trevor was better than Fields. Fields just had the one key interception at the end, right?
yeah.
So the three biggest games, right, aside from the championship over Bama, right? No, sorry, over Clemson, right? Sorry, not over Clemson. Ohio State. I had it mixed up. But you know what I'm talking about. The three biggest games, he was not the best quarterback. Now, does that say anything, or is it just you just kind of sweep it under the rug?
Here's the thing with college, and this is why I don't like
Because the three
comparing-
times he plays the best of the best, right? So, like, the NFL ready guys, you already know, like,
Yeah.
you're not seeing NFL niggas from Georgia Tech or Syracuse, right? Maybe one guy, but you have a whole roster full of, you know, NFL players like Clemson, Bama, Ohio State, LSU, et cetera, et cetera. Those games, you're not looking your best. Does that say anything, or are we just taking, you know?
Bro, like, I feel like it's so tough to evaluate. And this is why I'm not like the biggest college football guy. Like, it's so hard to evaluate talent on that level because by logic, you would think that the best quarterback the best quarterback in the NCAA is gonna come into the league next year and kill. That happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen sometimes.
Rarely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got Joe Burrow. We know Joe Burrow is gonna be a pretty good quarterback. That just based off of early returns from what you see before he got hurt, right? But then there's other examples. There's the Tim Tebow's.
There's Mitchell Trubisky.
There's Mitchell Trubisky,
Josh Allen.
who has been playing very good recently. To be fair,
Yeah, but
Josh-
it took him.
yeah. There's Josh Allen.
Allen.
There's Sam Darnold.
Tim Couch,
There's Tim Couch.
you know, Ryan Leaf,
Exactly.
the list
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football. Like,
It doesn't always just because you're good in college does not mean that you will be good in the
Jamarcus
NFL.
Russell.
You know what I'm saying? But just because you're not the best in college doesn't mean you're going to be bad in the NFL. That's the caveat to the
Dak
argument.
Prescott.
Yeah.
Tom Brady,
Tom Brady.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You know,
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, an
Did
early
Tony Romo go undrafted?
he went undrafted.
Right.
Tony Romo. So that's what I'm saying. It's like we know as much as it's. I don't want to say it's a crapshoot, and I feel like also where you end up is a different situation. Because imagine if Sam Darnold got drafted by the Bills versus if Josh Allen got drafted by the Jets. Could be a completely different situation. Because imagine Sam Darnold with the weapons that Josh Allen has.
The structure that Josh Allen has.
Well, the structure, right? More than anything. I mean, their GM's gonna win general manager of the year, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think it really boils down to
Josh Allen on the Jets would be Mitchell Trubisky.
who even knows what it would have been like? I honestly don't. Like, I couldn't even tell you what life would have been like with Josh. Not even like. I just don't even know what the roster makeup would have been. What decisions they would have done. But like, you know, like you said, it's all about where you go. Like, what if Mahomes doesn't go to the Chiefs and learns under Alex Smith for a year? What if Deshaun Watson does go to Chicago, you know, instead of Trubisky? What are we talking about there?
yeah.
What if the Giants went?
That was racism. It was. It was literally, they're like, no, this kid's not going to be a good quarterback, bro, because he's black and athletic.
Duh. We see that with the Ravens every week. No, I was kidding. I mean, yeah.
Y'all gonna hate me next week.
I was
boy.
saying, how many yards of rushing you guys had this past Sunday?
A lot.
A lot. How many yards of passing?
Not a
Not
lot.
a lot.
We also didn't need it.
Jesse, you were
You
saying
didn't need
something.
it because you didn't.
We chewed
couldn't
clock for
have it.
3.5 quarters.
Why? 5 passes in. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. It's Dobbins. Bail us out.
Not throwing for 3 touchdowns, so we should know about this one.
Hey, salute them because they covered that 14 spread. So.
Yeah, they did. And
And the 20 and a half live spread. So
Dobbins had 160 on the ground, I think, that day.
They definitely did. I mean, that fucking 70-yard touchdown helped. Needed it.
needed no.
Even though my parlay ain't hit, but whatever. It was my own.
Wasn't his fault.
It definitely wasn't Dobbins' fault. Hey, man.
But it's all about positioning. So you never know. I think,
At least they fired Gase.
but that's what
Yep.
I was saying. Yes,
That
Lacey Fowler, yes.
you know.
That's the first step.
and like you see that with the Jaguars, they fired Marone too.
That's the Leon Rose hiring right there. Them firing Gase is the equivalent of
No, and speaking of, all right, you want to talk about trolling? Did you see Bama is looking into hiring either Bill O'Brien or Adam Gase for offensive coordinator next year? Because their offensive coordinator, I think, is moving on.
Yeah, he's going to Texas. They saying Steve
Yeah.
Sarkisian. He's about
That's
to take
crazy.
a Texas job. I mean, listen, college and NFL, bro. Look at Chip Kelly with the Eagles, and then he got a job right at UCLA right after.
I saw something that the Jags are looking at Urban Meyer.
I saw,
Yeah,
and if
he
they,
won
and
12
if they
million.
strike out with him, they're going to look at what's his face, the coach of Ohio State
yeah.
right now, Day.
Ryan Day.
I don't know, man.
So then, and I think the thought is that they would then take Fields at number 1, and then pair him with his
that
college
would be
quarterback,
crazy.
which I think is what we're going to see next year in
So
Carolina.
are you hoping for that?
hoping for?
In Carolina.
Nigga, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. I'm just waiting
Wait, in Carolina.
because there's no way they keep Teddy for next year.
Yeah, but who are they going to pick up?
PJ Walker, baby, come on, we here.
That would be lit, though.
Carolina Panther Owls.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. If I would
Bro, if
love
PJ
for one season, I would be the biggest Panthers fan
I'm
if next
getting the
season.
jersey. I'm getting the jersey.
If we see PJ, Robbie, and Matt Rule, oh bro,
Bro, let them sign Hassan.
yeah, oh bro.
And you still got Colin Thompson there. And you
Yeah,
know what? Somehow
bro.
trade for Deion Dawkins too. Let's get
Fucking
it. Let's
trade
get
for
it done.
Because fucking, they didn't have a camp. If PJ outplays Teddy at camp this summer,
Listen,
Hey. Hee hee. But seriously though, it's
yeah. The
I
Jaguars'
don't-
job is looking. That's a real nice job.
But see, that's here's my problem, right? And
Talk
it's
nice.
and it's funny how I think Schefter tweeted this out. He's like, "Oh, it's going to be a lauded job for whoever wants to go there, right?" Nigga, Shad Khan dead said, the owner of the Jaguars, who also does the AEW thing. He dead said, "Yeah, whoever comes in, GM's going to come in. That's cool. I'm still making personnel decisions." And I'm like, "Huh?
That's a
Excuse
Jets-ass
me?
statement.
That's a Jets ass statement. I would not."
sounds about Woody. Sounds about Woody, bro.
Sounds about Woody, and
Sounds
I ain't
about Woody.
talking my penis.
Or the nigga from Toy Story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But no, like that. But that's what killed me about like how people thought like, oh, Trevor Lawrence would be better off going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I'm like, nah, that's just as dysfunctional of an organization as the Jets, if not more so.
Yep.
They're just looking that they're in Jacksonville and nobody gives a shit about
they were
Jacksonville.
trending up a little bit though this year. I'll say that.
Were they?
I think
John, they
so.
started the season 1-0. What did they finish the season? They started 1-0. That's what's crazy about it. And the tweet after the first win was, "We ain't finished."
The reason why
Somebody
I
was like,
say-
"I think they were."
The reason why I say trend up is I still felt that they were more competitive than the Jets each game.
Up until like maybe like week 13, because then after that they just started phoning it in.
'Cause, bro,
and you
were
know
they
how
not covering all your spreads?
they were covering all.
The Jets were.
No, I'm talking about
Jets
the
were-
Jags.
No, they were covering some. They weren't covering everything because there was some games that they was getting smoked.
They was getting.
I also
clapped.
just the reason why I'm saying that is I just feel like whenever I watch the Jaguars play or anything, they were just talking about how now they actually had some sort of culture, and I think that's important in an organization.
I don't think they have culture. Watching those games and how they respond to the coach, there's no what coach.
Well, I mean,
and if you
no,
fire
I'm
the
not with the coach though. I'm talking about at least the players aren't. You don't have Ngakoue beefing with everybody, like shit like that.
But if
mean,
you still if
'cause
you
there
fire
is-
your coach and your GM, there's no coach. There's currently no culture there. Like is what's his face still running football ops?
They act well. They're looking for a general manager right now. Tom Coughlin. No,
Coughlin.
he's been out. But
Oh,
they're
okay.
actually looking at another old Giants guy to be the general manager, Jerry Reese.
and he was the one that built
That's the black guy, right?
The black dude, yeah. He was the one that built the 2012 Giants team, basically.
Safe to say black guys make the best GMs?
Listen,
It's better in black, baby.
yeah.
I mean, Louis Riddick got a look at one of the, I think Lions job.
What Louis Riddick? He was in the league at one point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
He was-
that's good.
Yeah, wasn't he? He was a player and front office at one point.
I didn't
right?
know he was front office. I know. I know.
I thought
played-
I thought he came. I thought that's how people knew him, like because he was part of front office. I thought he was. Was he with the Eagles front office?
I gotta look at this.
feel
I'll tell you
like he
this
was with
though,
the Eagles front
right?
office.
I'm listening, John.
If that shit happens with Justin Fields, do you think you said the first person they were looking at, Urban Meyer, but
Urban's just the biggest name
Yeah.
out right now.
but if they end up, if this whole Justin Fields things work out with him and Trevor ends up coming to the Jets,
I mean,
That-
it
hey,
happens.
hey.
Listen, that's only part. That's only part of the battle, though.
it
yo.
is absolutely. I mean, I feel like we spoke about that at length at this point.
Because we could just
But
be having
also,
another Sam Darnold situation.
yeah, but okay. So I tell you that if you're Eric Bieniemy, where do you want to go?
So there's 6 openings right now.
I'm not
right?
mad at the Chargers.
The
for him.
Charge. I feel like the Chargers is probably
Chargers
the
are the
best-
most win ready now. The Chargers
Yeah.
could have easily been in the playoffs this year. They
Yeah.
are 4 bad losses away,
Yeah,
bad.
like bad losses
Yes,
away from being in the
bad
playoffs right now.
losses.
Because they finished 7-9.
7-9?
Think about how many openings. Because
Bro, think
you said
about-
there's 6 openings right now.
six.
Six.
But wait, before you get into that, yeah, think about it like this: these motherfuckers. Think about how the Raiders started, and think about how they started, and look at where the Raiders ended, and look at where the Chargers ended: 8-8 and 7-9.
Chargers ended on a 4-game winning streak, and you figure if the dude on the Chargers holds onto the ball in that first Raiders game, there's a win right there.
The Broncos game where the defense folded at the
The
end.
Broncos game where they gave up like that 14-point lead in the
The
fourth.
Buccaneers game where they're up 20.
Yep, that's 3. That's 10 wins right there. That's 10-6. You're fighting for a playoff spot,
Yeah, they're in the hunt. They wouldn't have gotten in,
Yeah.
but they would have been in the hunt
which is why I think
because they lost to the Dolphins.
I
so,
thought
yeah.
Anthony Lynn. Honestly,
it was time.
if
No,
no,
they're
I
gonna
think
have
it's
to-
time. I'm not gonna lie. If he's white, he gets another year though.
I
I think if he's white, he gets another job quick.
damn. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he should. I still think he should have a job in the league.
Could we pour one out for Anthony? Because we did lose another black coach, you know.
and he was
Yeah,
he
we
finished. He
pour-
did
lose a
finish
couple.
over.
we pour
We go-
one.
we go-
He finished
lose a couple.
over
Couple.
500, 33 and 31.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but it's a bottom line league. You
What
are
have you
what you
done
right.
for me lately? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want to even talk about that, they ended on a 4-game winning streak. But I think it was time, honestly. Like I knew they was gonna fire him. Whether or not he deserved to get fired, that's a whole other thing. But
You know what I think? I think they might want to just avoid a Jets situation because the Jets finished last year 6-2 in their last 8 weeks, 7-9,
yeah,
and then look what happens. You don't want to don't want to be caught up in like the allure of
I figure
winning almost like meaningless games. I guess.
I think it's harder. I think it's harder to find good players than it is to find good coaches. If you have good players, they can thrive in different systems. So I think their next step is to hire a good head coach.
Yes.
Eric Bieniemy, I feel like that would, if I was him, going back to what you were saying now, John, I think that would be the job. If I were him, I would want to take.
You already have a rookie quarterback that you know is the deal, real deal. A Pro Bowl wide receiver in Keenan Allen.
Isn't he a free agent this summer though? Didn't you say that Keenan's a free agent?
I think Keenan is, but they'll resign him. He's
They'll throw the bag at him, right? Pro
What if
Bowler in
someone
Keenan
else
Allen,
throws the bag at
who's
him?
still in his prime.
What if someone else throws a bigger bag at him?
Nah,
You don't know that. People make bad decisions all the time.
that's true. That's true. You're right. Mike Williams, when he's healthy, is a very, very solid number 2.
very good deep threat. Yeah.
Their
That was someone who was linked to trading for the Ravens, so I would have been happy with.
their tight end was it Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. You still and what's his face was hurt most of the year.
Eckler.
Eckler. And their
Who
offensive line's not
Derwin
terrible.
was hurt.
And Derwin James was lost for the whole season.
And Nick Bosa was in and out. I don't know what's
And
going on.
Magabosa. Like, come
Bosa,
on.
Yeah. Joey Bosa.
It doesn't matter. They're both Magabosas.
Yeah, they're both.
I was
Magabosas.
wondering. I was like, are they both MAGA or is
No,
this
they are
Joey
both-
MAGA?
they're both
They're
MAGA.
both
Yes,
MAGA.
they're both.
Damn.
They're both Magabosas.
Yeah, they're both Magabosas.
Because Nick be watching Attack on Titan, but fuck him.
Nah, but like, no, that I think that's the most attractive job. Or I would say the Texans
I was
job.
going to say that
Because you have Deshaun.
Deshaun is having
Deshaun,
Deshaun.
and then you bring in, and then you have a new GM.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If they want to win games, Deshaun is gonna have to have 5,500 yards next year and 50 touchdowns because they're gonna have to outscore everybody.
Or you just have a good offseason as
Yeah.
a GM.
Nice, good,
No,
good
bro.
draft. Get some free agents. Maybe a good trade.
Good draft. They don't have picks.
They don't have
They
their
trade them shits away.
They don't
players for more picks. I don't know.
they don't have their first or their second round draft pick, yo.
They got
I
cap
would
room.
not.
Hey,
They need
the
to trade
Gems-
for Ozzie Newsome.
Hey,
Wait,
the
they have
Gems are
cap room.
found-
They just paid Deshaun.
Didn't we say
John,
though?
they're not
You're
going to
right.
be John.
Miles, didn't we just say that the gems are found past round 3 and 4?
And you know what?
You need a good GM though.
You need a good
yeah, you do.
that is true.
We got 2 of them shits.
Listen, if Bieniemy takes the Texans job, God help that man, but he would be setting himself up for failure, bro. At this point, they should have just let Bill O'Brien finish what he started.
All right,
At least you know. At least
Burning the franchise to the ground.
right. Niggas gonna be like, shit. I already done trade this year's first and second rounder. I might as well trade next year's too.
Bruh.
Hell
All right,
no.
So if you had to rank the openings right now, of the
Okay.
6, so we got
Chargers is definitely number one.
all right. So we got the Jets, the Chargers, the Jaguars, the Texans, the
The
Falcons,
Falcons and the Lions.
So if you had to rank them, you have the Chargers at 1.
Chargers is 1.
Okay.
Lions is probably 2 for me. And I think the Lions job is probably the second most attractive because Matt Stafford is who
A
he
free
is.
agent.
But Matt
He's a free-
Stafford, he might have
he's-
played his last game.
You think he's a free agent?
Free agent.
Damn. You don't
Yeah.
think he ain't gonna resign him?
I think Washington.
I think he goes either Washington or New England.
Or well, no, I think
I don't think he goes to
I
Pittsburgh.
think no. I was gonna say maybe he's a bridge QB for Shanahan. Maybe they draft someone that they like, and he's a bridge QB.
49ers.
That's
Right?
interesting.
That is a possibility. I don't know what their cap situation. Well, they paid Jimmy already though.
So they're gonna move him.
But-
And honestly,
how are they gonna? Where do they move?
They're gonna same.
Do they
Carson's
move him?
gonna have to get moved.
They move him back to New England.
Damn.
That would be wild. I don't think it's gonna happen with Cam though.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
What I was gonna say, y'all got mad cap room, right? If y'all don't get the quarterback you want, somehow, or if y'all just do a Jets and you end up drafting a later one who's gonna have to sit, maybe Jimmy's your bridge QB.
it's possible.
Either way, I see Jimmy being a bridge QB for someone.
Someone, because he's not a number
But
one.
I can see Stafford. My gut's telling me Washington, but I could see just maybe him doing something like that, being a bridge QB somewhere.
maybe.
Well, he's 32, which isn't super old for quarterbacks.
Maybe Stafford's the bridge in Jacksonville.
If
I don't know.
Stafford's a free agent, so that kind of changes things. Because I thought he had another year.
The
so
Lions aren't like they're not bad.
They-
though.
they
Like,
have-
their
they-
roster isn't bad.
They have talent on the
Yeah.
team. They have talent on the team.
And you see the talent. Once the talent has left in the last 2 years, they do very, very well. It was all coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Matt Patricia was not it. What's it called? But that
Belichick
changed.
tree is
That,
trash.
that,
Okay,
cha-
so
that,
you
cha-
got-
that changes things.
they're not
So
two.
I would say Jacksonville's after that because
Yeah,
Jacksonville two.
they have the number one pick.
Okay.
And they have mad flexibility and they have offensive weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do have cap flexibility.
Too.
It gets a little weird after that because there's you could make an argument that the Falcons' job is attractive because they have talent on the team.
Yeah.
But they just literally 0-7 in 6-point games this year.
See, the Falcons is interesting to me, that the position that the franchise is in, because you already saw Arthur Blank say he's not going to make a definitive statement on whether Matt Ryan will be the quarterback. Not to say that Arthur Blank has personnel decisions, but the owner has a big say in things.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many years Matt Ryan has left, but their window is gone. Julio Jones is another year older, and he
Does not seem like he
went
wants to
through
be
a lot
there.
of injuries this year.
Future
Right?
Raven Julio Jones.
They possibly.
And
So where do you go
The
with
glaring
this
the
franchise?
glaring thing. Actually, no. The Falcons' job is not attractive because of where they play at. The NFC South. I wouldn't want to play in the NFC South. That's at least for the next 2 years.
I thought you were going to say because they play in Atlanta.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to play in Atlanta?
Because niggas don't care about COVID.
Listen,
Bro,
they
you
play.
see the
Apparently,
club-
they got the vaccine, dog.
Did you see the New Year's Eve clubs in Atlanta? Bro.
Atlanta got
I
the
was in
vaccine,
there.
dog. Atlanta got the vaccine.
Man.
Where?
I was I was actually with this nigga, believe it or not. But yeah, nah.
I know I saw the text messages.
Oh, yeah.
John, pull up.
Bro,
like,
I
y'all
remember
can't hit the other line.
he was drunk, bro.
I was drunk, bro. Nah, but here's the thing, like, and I'm like the biggest victim to this. I'll just go like I'll scroll down my phone and I'll be like, all right, this is like the most recent joint, so I'll just go to that before I type in the nigga's name and like, yo, pull up. But if I'm talking about it there, shit, you could have pulled up too. I'd have been like, yo, JT was good.
JT was working.
Yeah, nah, he was working hard. So there's Jacksonville.
I think 3 is. I think it might be. It's either the Jets or the Texans. It just because it's Sean.
Just because
I like the
Texans.
Texans just because you have a Pro Bowl quarterback there. You know that
Yeah.
you get your wide receivers
You have
back
an
off
MVP caliber quarterback.
you get your drug addicted wide receivers back.
Don't say that.
Oh my God.
All right, fine.
Shout out Brandon Cooks, second wide receiver all
You
time.
get your Brian Cushing high wide receivers back.
Wow. What's JJ Watt gonna retire? Ain't he old as shit?
No, he's not.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
last
not
week.
that old.
Yeah, he's not that old. Damn.
He's an old soul.
They're just not gonna.
He's
end
just
up
been
paying- yeah.
he's been nice forever. Were you
Yeah,
nice
pretty
forever?
much.
Were you nice forever? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, 2 defensive player of the years, bro.
Crazy.
That
So all right, we'll say the
Also,
Texans
one
job.
of you guys
is-
got to remind me to talk to you about the Broncos and the Savon Miller situation. I don't know if you guys saw,
What?
but we'll after we
Okay.
finish the series stuff. We'll
All
get into it.
right. So yeah, so I say they're 3. The Texans is 3. That's fair.
All right.
And then you got then you got the Jets, the Falcons, and the Lions job. The Jets have the number 2 pick
And they have Mad Cap.
and Mad Cap. So I think that
I think Falcons might be the bottom of the list.
So all right. So
in
here's
that
the thing.
sense, because I think I would put Lions over Falcons.
Because the Jets have their GM, I think it makes it a little bit more attractive. Just because you don't know you have at least that. The Lions don't have anything right now. The
They just have talent on
Jaguars
the roster.
The Jaguars don't have anything right now, which is. And then I would also like to, I said before, with Shad Khan saying like he's gonna have a lot of say in the personnel, that would kind of turn me off as a coach because now I know that the owner, who's not the football guy, owners leave the football stuff to the football guys.
Shout out Jerry Jones.
At least Jerry Jones knows football though. Like he may not make
Cowboys
the
fans,
best
All
clinging,
right,
Cowboys fans
hold
clinging to the
on.
90 twins.
Hold on,
but
bro.
at least he kind of knows
You
football.
want to talk about Doc Rivers to this shit? I'm just saying, bro. Whatever.
What, Jerry?
Yeah,
Jerry-
but he's not the coach.
But he's not the coach. He's a general manager, bro. He's been the general manager for
Yeah, but
since he's on.
I've been
that's
talking
different.
about how I don't think Jerry's good at his job.
But
for
time
years.
out, time out. That's different though because on paper he has actually put together decent
Yeah, they
Cowboys
just don't be
teams.
fucking winning.
They don't win because of their coaching. It's just Miles.
That's pretty fair.
Was it the year when
This
Zeke
was-
was
thi-
going was
Tony
like
Romo was set up for
1,500
failure.
yards. Dak was out here. They had the crazy offensive line.
How long was Jason Garrett head coach? Too
damn
Too
long.
fucking long.
But it's because that's his adopted son.
And Mike McCarthy should be fired yesterday.
How do you not challenge that? But we'll get.
I'm just saying, Mike McCarthy, yo, you talk. Yeah.
And I remember I
don't know, bro.
I don't think he makes it through next season.
You know what's funny? I'd still take him over Gase, but
I mean,
Not by a lot.
I'll take my left shoe over Gase. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Coach the Jets my damn self.
Mike McCarthy has had a lot of questionable coaching mishaps this season.
okay, so you got the Falcons as your last.
I think that might be the.
the last
It's
choice
Falcons
for coach.
Lions
As-
Falcons Lions 5 and 6 like any given day. Bro.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to take.
But your
either of
best
those
job
jobs.
is Chargers.
Yeah.
and then
Best job got to be Chargers.
So you say best job Chargers, second best is Jags. Okay,
Yeah.
and then in the middle is the
The,
Jets.
ja-
and
the
Texans.
Jags is like, all right, they got talent on offense for real, and like they have the highest upside from what could happen. Like a good coach and a good first round draft pick will escalate the franchise tremendously.
They better. Well, yeah.
But they
will.
can also fuck that shit up bad.
That's why I put the Jags and the Jets as on kind of the same playing field because I think the Jets have pieces. You see what you had. Like Mekhi Becton is already proven he's a stud. Quinnen Williams has proven he's a stud. Marcus May is going to be a Pro Bowler within the next year or two. And Denzel Mims has proven he's going to be really good. So I think you have 4 known pieces there. I think the Jaguars do have a little bit more, especially on the offensive end.
You have
that
Chark, you have Chenault, you have
James
Robinson.
James Robinson.
I can't even tell you fucking.
So, but that's the thing. Like,
that's good.
it-
That's
exactly.
good.
really
but
good.
that's what I'm saying. Like they have the same amount, almost the same amount, give or take 1 or 2, of that they're going to be there for the next like 2, 3, 4 years. With the Texans, the only thing you know for certain is Deshaun
Deshaun's your
Watson.
quarterback.
That's it.
But that's fine though. I feel like
That's comforting.
It's comforting. I'm like, yeah, you may have JJ Watt, but you don't know what JJ Watt's thinking.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can still fucking put. Obviously, he's not at the same level, but like, you can put okay receivers around Deshaun, and he'll make shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Aaron Rodgers has no first round picks. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a situation like that's what I'm saying. They're not at the same level, but you can still put okay, like decent enough receivers around him.
And the good thing
they make it work.
The good thing with the Texans is that defense is schemable and defense can be coached. We saw that with the Giants this year. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of whatever pieces.
Defense is absolutely schemable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, offense you need talent. Don't get me wrong, you need talent on defense
playmakers.
too, but it's schemable. You know what I'm saying? That's more coaching than anything. So I think if they might have to overpay for somebody, which sucks for them, but
They got cap room, so.
do they really? I don't think they have
Wait,
cap.
overpay
Oh,
for,
sorry, I'm thinking of the Jackson.
Yeah,
They,
overpay for who?
They
a
were
coach or
a defensive piece.
well, that doesn't count into the cap. Cap is only players.
No, I'm saying the defensive piece. Like
defensive
player.
piece.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, not like a coach or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're gonna have to overpay for somebody because they. Yeah.
Telling you that I will be very interested to see what Hassan Reddick gets on the open market this year, especially with how he finished the season.
Bruh.
And also, gotta feel I'll pour one out.
Temple Panthers.
I'll pour one out for the Cardinals and their fans.
No. We're gonna talk about the Cardinals. All right, so
I'll pour one out
let's
for
do
them.
this.
They so bad.
Let's do this Von Miller thing real quick, and then we'll jump into the last thing I want to touch on
The
football.
Von Miller thing is actually kind of like, it's just bad. Basically, it's like another one of those situations where DMs have been leaked.
Oh fuck.
But it's like bad
You
because.
can't really trust
What
nobody,
happened?
bro.
So basically, I guess he got this girl pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And she just leaked all the DMs and stuff. And in one of the texts, he dead said, "I'm praying for an abortion." I'm not an abortion, a miscarriage.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo. And it I guess it kind of went on the radar because it kind of leaked late last night, like around like maybe 11:30, 12 a.m. So nobody was really.
Okay, that's like bad, but at the same time, like NFL players have done a lot worse.
I was saying, I'm not saying it's like he killed somebody, but I'm just saying like this shit is like
niggas on Instagram. Yeah, by the way, I killed this nigga. Yeah,
nah, but like it was just one of those
the
things that you
message says,
don't.
"Why'd you push me down the stairs?" Like,
But it was just like one of those things like you wouldn't
expected it from Von.
right? Like
Yeah.
he's just one of those guys. It doesn't seem like he would get involved, but hey, you never know with some of these
man.
dudes.
He had a lot of time at home during the pandemic, dog.
Nah, the horny
Had
tweet
we all.
he sent though was crazy. He said, "Yo, do you want to keep beefing or you want to have sex? Because I can only beef. I only got 2 more days of this shit in me." I'm like, yo,
that's crazy.
That's jokes.
I'm about to do that next
Wow.
time.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Von Miller.
wanna
Von Miller.
beef? John, you should do that. You
Wanna
want
keep beefing?
You want to beef or you want to have sex? The choice is yours.
Y'all gonna get John killed. I'm just saying. I like having this nigga alive. Know what I'm saying? Von Miller is also a restricted free agent, so we'll see.
He's coming back.
he's
I
coming
don't think
back
he.
too, though.
I think he likes it out there. He's built a brand for himself out there.
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP. They
All right.
love him out. Like they love him out there.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for us here at Regrown. Follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure to go check out the YouTube channel, and you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. If you're listening on one platform, whatever your preferred platform is, we most likely there. And yeah, I mean, follow me at Offended Narwhal on Twitter. Watch One Piece. Go do that. And yeah, y'all gonna hate me next week if the Ravens win, guys.
Holla at your boy. All right. What's it called? Y'all can follow me on the gram, I guess. WorldWideWest_11. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna follow you back, but whatever. I'm, cool. Black Lives Matter, and make sure y'all wear protection. It's scary out here, y'all. And by that I mean a mask and gloves and PPE.
Take those gloves as you will.
No
Wow.
glove, no love.
Yikes. No, you
Hand
can have
gloves.
love.
You definitely can have
You
love.
can have love. Just Sax Von Miller. Anyway, so yeah, I guess with that, yeah, I got nothing to plug. Tip your local bartenders and waitresses and delivery drivers. Well, actually, no, not bartenders and waitresses, because Cole will probably going to shut this shit down any day now. So yeah, delivery drivers and Black Lives Matter and nematodes are people too.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion.